body parts. No more body parts. Which I'm sitting here thinking, this. Okay, let's think about this logically.
During his trial, he pulls out a bottle of tea and sets it on.
Jeez.
It's the Rush Limbaugh tea. It's the Rush Limbaugh tea.
He hangs 2 tea bags from his chin. Oh, wow.
Whew. You sure it's not Melissa Harris Perry with her tampon earrings?
Oh, gosh, she is such a...
Who?
Oh,
Who?
man.
By the way, I've got Insanity clip number 1 of her this week.
Can't wait to hear it.
So painful. So painful.
I'm thinking he's got this trifold hat with tea bags hanging from the brim.
They just
and then
keep
every
slapping
time,
him.
And keeps slapping him in the face. Which, the left is just like, yeah.
See, he's a tea bag.
Here's why we can laugh at them mockingly. Because we know he's a plant. We know that you coached him. Okay, so let's walk through this really, really briefly. All he said was, no more body parts. He doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Right.
What do you mean body parts? Body parts from what? Can you elaborate? Like, what do you mean no more? If he was truly against abortion and he was pro-life, he would speak to the murdering of babies and said, no more body parts. Like, it's almost as if he knew he was supposed to say what he was being coached, but he couldn't remember all the details, but all he remembered was something about body parts. Okay, no more body parts. He doesn't even know it could be like animal body parts.
I got
For
it.
all I know, PETA talked to him. Who knows?
I got it. You know how liberalism and liberals are everything they can fit on a bumper sticker.
Right.
This is a bumper sticker they came up with for him.
Gosh.
Dude, it fits. It weaves. The basket is woven.
I could see it now. They're interviewing him, and they're thinking, man, this guy is not going to be able to say anything.
He is a nut job from him.
Right. He is not going to be able to say anything very complicated. Can we reduce it to something like 4 or 5 words?
Right.
That's 4 words. No more body parts. I can just see it now. Can we say no more killing No more killing babies.
Okay. No, hold on. And then he blurts out in front of him about no more body parts. Like, well, can you elaborate? Can you say any more? No more body parts. And
the body parts had to have been trained. He had to be trained on that.
Okay,
because he wouldn't have even known what he was doing.
Oh, right.
Everybody that knew this guy, his family members, they said they couldn't even pin down his ideology. All of a sudden, he's shooting up a Planned Parenthood and trying. Why wasn't he killing the doctors? Well, he killed a cop.
Right.
If you're truly a hate monger for Planned Parenthood, or I should say against Planned Parenthood, why are you like, oh, there's a cop, let me shoot the cop? No, he shot the cop because he was running from a bank robbery.
Dude, let me tell you something. We have close friends in our listenership who browbeat me all week about coming out against the bank robbery.
Oh, against? You're saying it was Planned Parenthood, not bank robbery.
That's what our listeners are saying to me.
I look. There's a compelling argument for the bank for the plan for that he really was a pro-lifer, right-wing extremist. But the thing is the guy's insane,
right? And
the common thread that we can say that we need to work on to end the gun violence, whatever, is the insanity. We need to stop the Muslim extremist, and we need to do something about our insane.
Right, absolutely.
This has nothing to do with whether or not he's right or left, because we have left-wing extremists doing mass shootings. What about the gay black journalist?
Gay man and gay journalist?
Yeah.
Black, just blowing people up?
Yeah. Who we know he was completely a left-wing extremist.
Not according to the media at first.
Well, that's because they're covering for their own.
Desperately.
They're covering their own, and they got to paint the picture that it's always
that
a right-wing extremist.
That soundbite we played last week at the end of the show that we finally found thanks to our staunch listener, Melissa in Cincinnati, somewhere.
Somewhere in a bunker.
She's in hiding now for aiding and abetting
Right.
Smith Radio.
Who have been deemed by the Obama Gestapo to be a threat to
his agenda,
the new Communist Party.
Right, absolutely.
Anyway,
so real quick before we move on, the San Bernardino thing on Pamela Geller's website, she writes a public relations strategy, not a counter-terror strategy, not a plan to fly to San Bernardino to meet with the families of the deceased, not an emergency meeting to address and examine his failed policies, his as in Obama, that led to this catastrophic intel failure, downplay Islamic terror, more Sharia in the wake of jihad slaughter. Quote, report, Obama told NSC and FBI to downplay terrorist angle of San Bernardino. Daily Caller, December 10th, 2015. Does that even make any sense? I
couldn't follow along with that. Technical difficulty.
Oh, right here. Right here. So, as the administration is getting heavily involved in the making up of stories, the preventing of stories, the whatnot of stories, we've got, there was an article that I was looking at today that Breitbart does millions, 4.5 million comments from Breitbart in a month. And one of the local news it's the New York Times does an entire piece on 7 comments that have to do with the beard.
Wait a second. The comments from where?
From on Breitbart's website. Breitbart.
The New York Slime
right.
wrote an entire article about comments on Breitbart?
7 comments that happened. 7 comments referring to and alluding to the beard.
Okay, but
of Paul Ryan.
Oh, I thought we were still on the Planned Parenthood because he does have a beard.
That's true.
Okay, so
they're talking about Paul Ryan.
We here at Smith Radio, we've talked about his beard, haven't we?
We did a little bit, but the White House is obsessed with the narrative of the day, and the New York Times is part of that. And we're talking about how they shape and try and shape the media to get you to thinking about something else, while what's real is not seen.
Well, it's propaganda.
Right.
So they're trying to source their propaganda. So you're saying they found 7 comments out of how many thousands?
Millions of comments.
Millions! Oh my gosh. Okay.
They took these
what
7.
Kind of filter do you use?
They took these 7 comments that were commenting about the beard, and they wrote an entire article about that.
About the comments.
Right.
From readers.
Of the beard.
Okay, so what was it?
It's just ridiculousness. I couldn't, my eyes were bleeding.
Oh my goodness.
Shooting out my eyes and, wherever.
Did you see that blood-curdling article I sent you? I'll have to read it later. We'll get to that.
So I had alluded to a soundbite of Don Lemon on CNN. It's a news network called CNN. If you don't know about it, don't matter. Don't make no never mind. But apparently Don Lemon had a guest on his show. That guest was Katrina Pearson. She's a spokesperson, national spokesperson for Trump. And Don Lemon felt like he needed to put the fire poker to her about Trump's comments with the Muslim immigration and whatnot. And at the end of this soundbite, you'll hear another guest on the show try and interject to support and help Don. It's just amazing.
I can't wait to hear this.
The whipping, the cracking of the whip. Get in line.
Katrina, I'm going to start with you. As a national spokeswoman for Trump's campaign, how would Trump implement his ban on Muslims entering the United States? Are there any policy specifics behind this that you know of?
Well, I think we should probably clear up one thing, Don. Do you actually have the statement that was sent out in front of you today?
I have the statement where he says all Muslims entering the United States, and then later
could you do me a quick favor and read the subject line?
Well, that's why I have you there. Go ahead and explain to me what you're saying.
Now, I would like for you to read to your viewers what the subject line is. You have it in front of you. I don't have it in front of me.
Okay, I don't have the subject. Yeah, but
yes, he does have the subject line.
The subject line reads.
You said the subject line. I have the thing if you're talking about where he talks about Donald J. Trump's statement on preventing Muslims from entering, preventing Muslim immigration. So I understand that.
Immigration, that's the key term.
Okay, but hang on, Katrina. Katrina, stop, Katrina. Stop,
you guys
Katrina.
Are doing it again.
Please stop, or I'm going to cut you off. Will you stop? No, we're not doing it again.
Wow,
You're
he
asking
was
me to read
quick to stop her.
No, we're not. I'm very fair. So Katrina, don't pull that with me. You're asking me to read a subject line.
You're saying he banned complete.
Will you let me finish,
Muslims.
Katrina? Please.
That is what they say.
Yeah.
You're asking me to read a subject line.
He's not the only one.
That is a headline.
That's right.
That is a cover.
It's
that
a lie.
Not the substance of what he's saying.
It's a lie.
It goes on to say a lot more than what the headline
good.
is.
Thank you for that.
A total and complete shutdown of all Muslims entering the United States.
Oh, okay. There's still a little bit more of this.
What a liar.
There's still a little bit more of the sound clip. He said that Trump wants a ban of all Muslims, you got to say it properly, Muslims, entering into America.
That's what they've all been saying. It's not just him.
Now you're like, Brian, Kerry, okay, I want to ban all Muslims. Well, no. There are American Muslims that travel in and out of the country.
Okay.
That are already citizens.
Uh-huh.
He's not calling upon a ban of citizens.
And I never even thought of that. I never thought about, okay, so I'm a legal citizen of the United States. I also happen to be Muslim. I'm going to take a trip overseas, either for vacation or maybe even to visit friends or family or whatever.
I'm going to the Bahamas.
Right. And now I'm trying to re-enter, and they're not going to let me because of President Trump's crazy xenophobic, or not even xenophobic, but bigoted policy of not letting any Muslims in the country. You're saying that would not happen also, which I didn't even think of. I thought what was the truth, which is that he was specifically talking about immigrants that are coming to America who've never been here before. We need to ask them if they're Muslim or not.
It's the same situation with Cheech Marinez.
And the reason is, right, he was here.
Born in East LA.
Which we now know that doesn't necessarily make him a citizen.
He said, man, I don't even speak Spanish, man. Come on, Holmes. I don't even speak the Spanish.
Spanglish.
I can't even talk to these people, man. Come on. Let me back. I live in America, man.
Right, I'm going to have to go see that movie again. That's a good impersonation, too.
So you can't get back into America. If you leave America, say you go to Canada.
But you're saying that President Trump would not be doing that.
Correct. Well, according to his statement, according to what she says further on, what I'm trying to say is Don Lemon and the left want to make this statement. They want to broaden it. If they could, with leaps of faith and logic, the twisted logic, if they could, they would love to say everyone.
Well,
whoever leaves the country can never come back.
You're saying that their claim is we're putting this on a slippery slope. I never even thought of that, but I could see how a sinister person would want to take it to that level.
What the projecting?
But they're accusing.
It's a projection.
It is projection. But they're accusing Trump of saying that from the get-go, which we all knew. I knew when he said that we need to stop all Muslim immigrants from immigrating until we find out what the hell's going on here, because we have a complete lack of leadership. It's a black hole of leadership. It's just not there.
Right.
And they don't know what's going on, and they don't want to know what's going on because, as far as they're concerned, regardless of what religion you are, actually I shouldn't say regardless, all immigrants, especially those that we can categorize as a victim class, which is any minority whatsoever, or anything that could be construed as a